The last but not least presentation is my presentation. So I want to thank everybody for joining us all day today. It was, so far 5.5 hours of live content and over 1,000 attendees. So, we are back at it after taking a month off. And I want to share with you some of the, um, lessons that we've learned, uh, you know, not only over the last 10 years, but over the last um, 5 months and the last 2 months. And I also want to take you through a quick, update, through the site, show you a little bit about, what we've been developing and where our head's at, and um, just trying to get this to go right, and it doesn't want to. Let's try it again. All right, there we go. So, my name is Michael Corselli. I'm the chairman and founder of Flya. I started in the asset management world around 20 years ago, working for UBS in Miami. Um, Started a macroeconomic hedge fund, which is where I got my experience with private funds in 2006, called Alexander Alternative Capital. On the left hand side, that's circa 1982, and there's a Apple IIc computer, which was a big hobby for me. On the right hand side is Governor Rick Scott, his wife, my son, and that was about two years ago. So I'll tell you why that's important. So initially, when we founded Flya, it was to meet people in the space and really learn about the private funds space and accelerate our learning. So that's why we founded Flya to begin with. And after the financial crisis, what we realized from our membership is that people looking to raise capital. So not much different than where we're at today. You can have a private fund. You could spend a lot of money setting it up and running it, and then you can find yourself with no capital to manage, which doesn't make a great business model. So we got together, a consortium. We lobbied the state of Florida Board of Administration and to change the pension fund law and get them to allocate to alternative investments for the first time. And by changing a piece of state legislation, we freed up roughly 17, $18 billion of capital to go into the alternative investment space. And we attracted really world-class members. Our members are three categories: funds, service providers, and investors. So our first fund was Carlson Capital. They became a member, and that fund had roughly $20 billion in assets under management. It's a multi-strat hedge fund back then. You all know Mitsubishi Bank. And then you all know MIT's investment management company. I don't know what their assets are today, but I know back then when they joined, it was around $12.5 billion between their pension fund and their endowment. So this group that grew from Florida now it's all over the world. And we have active membership in multiple time zones. We have members in all 50 states inside the U.S. It's been a really, really healthy growth, and the growth is picking up at a faster pace each and every single month here. Our organization's hosted over 200 traditional events, and we had this idea of to start doing more digital about 2 years ago, and to start a marketplace. And so we started doing this pre-COVID, and the reason that we started pre-COVID was just the simple fact that People are busy. It doesn't make sense to look at new investments. Um, you have family responsibilities, you have work responsibilities, you have a life, you have a lot of different things pulling you in one direction. So instead of having people travel, across the world to find good um, expressions of their ideas in the investments, via investments, different types of investments, we decided to bring that to them and to make it very easy to learn and see if it's worth doing a deeper dive, a deeper due diligence. And I'll get into some of that stuff in a minute. So, um, this has been the driving emphasis of the organization. We're really agnostic to manager, we're agnostic to investor, and we always have been. We have very, very small managers, we have very small investors, and we have huge investors, and we have huge, huge managers. The thing that we're really looking for more than anything else is we're looking for smart people that have a very, very like strong conviction and a nearly perfect expression of of that conviction. And because we have so much experience in the alternative investment space, and we've been doing this for so long, and we have a very large network, um, we're very good at associating ourselves with only the best and brightest. And I've sat through probably 20,000 presentations over the course of my career. I started out allocating capital on behalf of family offices for UBS, and so it's been 20 years of consistently listening and learning and sharing information with others in the space that has helped us to separate um, best of breed investment managers from not so great or average. So with that said, um, the organization, which was 100% hedge funds at one time, now looks like this: 15% in the family office space, 7% high net worth individuals, um, roughly 4% endowments, 20% private equity, 8% direct lenders, 3% pension funds. We have investment consultants at 9%. We have RIAs over here at 8%. But what's really compelling is not only the diversity, but the actual quantity. And, that's something that I'm very proud that's growing. So we offer a systematic approach to successful private investing, and you get to benefit from the years of industry knowledge of myself and our team, and our network, and how we share information amongst ourselves. Um, you get to do that through the events. You get to do it through the digital webcasts, and you get to do it through our marketplace. And then when times normalize, we'll go back to traditional conferences and private investor dinners, and we'll be doing hybrid events. We Some of you may have noticed we did our first hybrid event last week in Orlando. With Off the Chain Capital. For those of you that didn't see it, go to the website, check it out. Off the Chain did an amazing presentation. It was at the Four Seasons Hotel in Disney, and we broadcasted it live, and we also had live attendees in person. So that'll be the model going forward. We give all of our members speaking and opportunities at the events. Um, Due diligence is an important part. We have built some modules that score opportunities in managers using a rubric, and we've been doing this now for over 8 years. Um, we have a following of buy side investors. that they look at our stuff and they understand that because they're inside of our organization, you know, it's worth it's worth looking at. I'm not telling you to rely on us solely when making investment decisions, but I will promise you that I would never put somebody on our platform if it didn't pass the muster test. And while I haven't had 100% success with that over the last 20 years, um, it's it's served me well, and I've built a very good process of doing due diligence on fund managers and investment opportunities. Uh, the platform does allow for the digitalization of offering materials. It's an open marketplace, which makes us different than our competitors. We feel that we're in two different industries. We feel that we are in the media business and we're in the marketplace business. And we have been using this approach, and we have been building tools and systems and procedures that neither one of these two diverse groups currently have. And this has been driven through the heavy use of data and analytics. It's been utilizing our edge and the fact that we're not media people, we're also not marketplace people. We're investment people. I started my first private investment fund at 30 years old. Prior to that, working as an asset gatherer and an asset allocator for the world's largest private bank. And prior to going to Wall Street, is being super passionate about traditional investing, and it's something that I would do without a monetary reward. So for me, I'm in the right space, and we're building tools that neither one of our sets of competitors actually have. And we've been rolling that out, and we have a lot more to roll out for you each and every single month going into the end of this year. So our platform is an open architecture. It's not a closed architecture like some. It handles liquid, it handles illiquid investment opportunities. So you basically can put an ETF on the platform, or you can put a permanent capital 10 plus year lockup into real estate or any niche investment strategy. But it's got to have an edge, and you have to be able to clearly articulate that edge. And not only clearly articulate the edge, you have to show a proven track record of success in this type of investments. So the platform's versatile. You heard from John at Entrust earlier today. He did a great job. We helped them to produce their first digital webcast. With this stuff here, I'm going to go to the live website, and I'm going to show you directly. Let's see here what we've been working on. So, open up the site. I'm going to share my screen. All right, here we go. So, with regards to our site, here's our homepage. These are our upcoming educational webcasts. Also, our on-demand webcasts. You just, in order to attend, there's no fee. There's no cost to you. You just come and you listen and you watch as you please. Our members, they actually provide the financial support for us to develop this. So S&P Global Market Intelligence is doing a webcast on September 15th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So somebody comes to the website, they click here, it opens up another page, they read, they're interested. Um, you know, it brings up a registration form. If you're already a user, you come in here and you register for the actual event. And once you register, it's one-click registration. You'll be sent some information, and that information will basically be a login, a registration. Um, so this right here, which it redirects to, is our marketplace. Ernest Johnson was here earlier today doing his presentation on Apex One Investment Partners Fund number 4. He did a fantastic job. Him and his team are a best of breed firm. They've been in the real estate space for over like 30 years a piece. Um, they have a very, very sophisticated and polished firm. It's been approved by Mercer. He has a lot of excellent relationships set up. So if I wasn't already logged in order to access this, I would have to create a profile in order to get in and be approved to be on the actual platform. Um, every time somebody who's on our platform does a webcast, we take that webcast and we put it inside of their marketplace listing. The platform does everything from OFAC, Interpol check, KYC, AML, investor suitability. Um, so it handles the whole range. It handles the whole range, and you can customize it. You can turn on and off various features. Um, but it gives investors a safe place to look at and do due diligence on the people that they meet through the digital events, the people that they meet through the webcast. It allows them to go deep into the funds, the opportunities, and to do it at their convenience. So far I took you through the digital conferences, the individual webcasts, and I've taken you through the marketplace. So what I would like to show you is a little bit more about the digital events. So this page may seem familiar to the people on the call today on the Zoom, but for those of you that don't recognize this page, this is the registration page for the event, all the events. It has a nice agenda with each of the speakers from today's event on the registration page. Looks pretty. It's got a brochure. For those of you that haven't seen the video, I would encourage you to go onto YouTube and check out all of our videos. All of this stuff is recorded, it's edited, it's put up into YouTube. So with every registration page that we create, we also create real-time data. So these are the attendees for today, and this is in real time, the actual breakdown. These are the results. Um, this is who, like, how they classify themselves. Um, this is the type of investments that they make in the percentages. These are the investment sizes. This is automatically added every time somebody registers and then participates in our organization. So it's really cool technology. You see I'm logged in as myself here. So after the event happens, we'll spend the next 3 days doing a lot of editing. Somebody once told me that for every minute of recording, there's 5 minutes of editing. For those of you that have tried to edit videos, the files are huge. It doesn't happen fast, and it's a little bit time consuming, especially if you're a perfectionist like we are. Um, but after every event, we edit all of the sessions and we post the content um, up on our website. And this is from part five. This is day one from part five. This was July 15th. And then if you look for day two of that same event, is day two. So we have what I believe a library of a library of experts in real estate, in direct lending, in private debt during perhaps the most you know significant macroeconomic geopolitical issue of the last 100 years. So the content is fantastic. It's world class. It's there for you on demand. So you can consume it live, which our first 5-part series had over 750,000 minutes of live watch time, or you can go in on demand and consume it that way. This will take 3 days to produce roughly. Maybe some of it will come out on Monday and Tuesday of next week. But we put an enormous amount of time into that. Also, the content that we're delivering, it seems like we're really smart, but we're actually just relying on the answers to your surveys, right? So you come in here, you fill out the surveys, and the surveys allow us to produce like really cool content at the right time. And we not only want to know from you how you experienced this event, but we also want to know what topics you like and which topics you want to hear about and which topics you could care less about. So these surveys are on our website, but we also send out information about them as well. So with that said, I think I think that I'm done. I'm just gonna do a quick promotion on signing up for the fall series. The registration for the event is upcoming events. You have a chance to take a look at this stuff, and then go to the site and sign up for these individual webcasts. We have great names, really smart people, and they put a lot of time and hard work into educating you on very niche strategies and niche investment opportunities. So go to our site, flaia.org, and if you haven't signed up, sign up, register. We love to have you participate and attend. With that, Rain, I'm 2 minutes early, so why don't you close us out?
Sure thing. Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for Flyers Real Estate Direct Lending and Private Debt Forum Part 6. Keep in mind, this is a series, so we have Part 7 coming up on October 22nd, Part 8 on November 19th, and Part 9 on December 17th. We would like to thank our sponsors today, Nationwide, PIA Residential, Boomerang Capital, S&P Global Market Intelligence, Link Best Lending, Clarion Asset Management, Safe Harbor Equity, the Mortgage Office, Millennium Trust, Apex One Investment Partners, Prequin, Intrust Global, Off the Chain Capital, Sheridan Asset Management, and Link Vest Capital for making this event possible today. We'd also like to thank our panelists for providing their expertise and commentary. We hope you'd enjoy the event today. We certainly look forward to seeing you at our upcoming fall series. Have a good day, everyone.